Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the Columbus School of Chinese here in Columbus, Ohio. On today's video, I want to talk about a very important list of words. Now, we don't do a lot of recommending rote memorization of vocab lists here at the Columbus School of Chinese. If there was one list that would be the most helpful for you to know, it would be a list of the most common question words. Question words are kind of the key to becoming more conversant, more conversational in Chinese. Anytime there's a conversation going on, there's a back and forth. If there's a piece of information you need to know, would like to know, knowing the question word that you need to formulate that question is very important. That's the key to everything. Without those words, all the other vocab really is not useless, but very much less important. This is a very important list to go through. So today I'm going to go through the 5 that we come across first in the coursework here at Columbus School of Chinese. And we kind of set it up that way because these are going to be the most readily useful as you start to learn Mandarin. The first question word I'll talk about is ji. Ji. Some of these question words have really one-for-one equivalents in English. Some of them really don't. This is one that really doesn't have a one-for-one equivalent in the English language. Ji kind of means what number. It stands in for a number. So this is a really good question word for questions that involve numbers like what time is it? 现在几点? Right now it is what number o'clock? Or what's today's date? 今天几号? Right? Today is what number date, right? So anytime you want to talk about a number, this ji comes in handy. Next, we have the question word ma. Ma. This is a question word that comes at the end of a sentence that takes any statement and turns it into a yes or no question. So take any statement, for example, 你喜欢汉堡? You like hamburgers. If we put a ma at the end of this, we're changing that you like hamburgers into a yes or no question. Do you like hamburgers? All right. So you can take any statement, put a ma at the end. It becomes a yes or no question. Another real common one, 你好吗? 你好吗? A lot of people learn that as how are you? What you're actually asking is you're well, yes or no. 你好, you're well. Ma, yes or no, right? Are you well? 好. Up next, this is another really useful question phrase, 怎么样? 怎么样? In English, this roughly translates to how is it or what is it like? When you ask a 怎么样 question, you're asking for a description of something. So, for example, how is the weather? What is the weather like? 天气怎么样? 天气怎么样? The weather, how is it like? Or how are you today? 你今天怎么样? How are you? 你怎么样? In context, this could be all you need to say to ask a question. For example, the context is something coming out of an important meeting. You wanted to ask how it was. All you need to say is this question phrase. 怎么样? How was it? 怎么样? The fourth one, we finally have one that has a really good equivalent in English. The word for what? shenme. Shenme. So, what do you like to do? What do you like to eat? What do you like to drink? These are really good conversation starters using this shenme that you can get into in the beginning levels of Chinese. 你喜欢做什么? You like to do what? 你喜欢做什么? 你喜欢吃什么? 你喜欢喝什么? So 什么 is our Chinese equivalent of the word what. All right, so last but not least of the question words on this list today, we have 哪儿. 哪儿. 哪儿 means where. So if you're ever in a Chinese speaking situation and you needed to know, for example, where the toilet was, or for example, where the bookshop was, etc., etc., this 哪儿 comes very much in handy, right? 洗手间在哪儿? Where's the washroom? 洗手间在哪儿? Right? Where's the McDonald's? 麦当劳在哪儿? Whatever it happens to be, 在哪儿? We can ask where something is. All right, so lastly here we have a list of all of the question words we went over today. I would recommend pausing this and taking some notes, having this in your back pocket whenever you're going out into a Chinese speaking situation. With these question words in your toolbox, there's a lot of stuff you can talk about and look out for as you're listening for people asking you questions when you're out and about using Mandarin. If you'd like to know more about how to use these words to formulate questions, I would recommend signing up for our beginner level class. These are all from the first few weeks of learning Chinese here at the Columbus School of Chinese.